So I've got a few little tips today. The first one, let's just start by showing that we've got an index.html page here. It's got two divs inside it. One says tuner, one says horse. And also in that HTML page, we're including a JS script, which is this one here. And basically we've got a function, a set timeout, which runs after 2 seconds. It grabs the tuner div and it adds a class to that div. So let's take a look. Here's the page. If I open the dev tools, okay, so if I refresh, the tuner div doesn't have a class, and now it's got a class. It says something interesting. Okay, so we know that's interesting. And now if we want to find out what caused this class to be added, what we can do is we can click on the element, we can right click on it, and we can say break on attributes modifications. Now, if we refresh the page, we wait for the div to, look at that! We've got it paused in the debugger, and now we can see exactly in the JS where this is happening. Okay, and the other thing is, say if you're on a website like Reddit, and you know that at some point an AJAX request is going to happen in the background, or we can call that an XML HTTP request. If I open DevTools again, and for example here, this is the reset your password form. So you type something in, you click email me, you know that a request has been made at that point, but maybe you're interested in scripts that are making AJAX calls in the background without you actually doing anything. So what we can do is we can open DevTools, we can go to sources, we can scroll down here to XHR breakpoints, and we can add a new one. So now we can break when an AJAX request contains anything in particular. So here we can say password, because I already know that this is making a call to password. We can save that, and now if we click the email me again, woohoo! Now we've got it paused in the debugger, and we can basically prettify this, and we know exactly where it's coming from. We can step through all this and just work out what's going on in the background. How cool is that? Okay, and the other thing is, here we've got the same set timeout. We've got a for loop kicking off in the middle. It's going to run 100 times, and it's going to grab the tuner div, and it's going to set the contents to be woohoo space and then the number of I. So this is already running in the background. You can see it's woohoo 99. If I refresh that again, if we wait a second, it'll jump straight to 99. If we look at the source, we can see that this is happening here, and we can set a breakpoint like this just by clicking on the left here. If I refresh the page now, boom, we're stuck on the breakpoint. That's fine, but that's not as cool as we can go. So what we can actually do is take this breakpoint off, run this again. We can set the breakpoint, and then we can right click on it, and we can say edit breakpoint. And now we can turn this into a conditional breakpoint. So we can say that only break at this point if var I is equal to a number. So we can say I is 50. So I guess if we do this, then we're actually going to see woohoo 49. Let's find out if that's the case. Okay, we've got an orange conditional breakpoint now, and if we rerun the page, woohoo 49, baby. Here we are. Thanks.